Joining us now, a man who's doing something that we had never heard of in just a few days to do his own thing. Ladies and gentlemen, four-time NFL MVP, the COVID MVP back-to-back, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron!
A lot of light over there, Aaron. Are you trying to take it all in? Is there no blinds for the next few days as you go into your darkness retreat here in a few days?
Listen, I'm not in my darkness retreat yet.
What?
Oh, yesterday.
What?
Nope. This thing has been planned for about 4 months, and it was always the same date, always the end of this week.
Oh.
So anybody with knowledge to the opposite of that, it's fake news.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
let me just reiterate one more time.
Suck it, rap.
There's an inner circle, right? And in my inner circle, nobody talks to Ian Rappaport, to Adam Schefter,
What?
or to any of those people. Okay? So if you're one of those people who's talking to those people, it's a great reminder for you, you're not in the inner circle.
Oh!
Damn.
That was hanging on somebody there. Yeah.
And if anybody else is out there saying stuff, or if they're just making it up, which is also, those are both likely, just stop with the fake news.
Okay.
So I speak for myself,
Yep.
and I will continue to do that. I'm not upset about it. Like, it's the classic media, trying to be first, not trying to be right. And the problem is there's a slippery slope. So let me just remind everybody out there listening. When somebody says something, whether it's Ian Rappaport,
Right.
or Adam Schefter,
Right.
okay, Joe Biden,
Well, all right.
Donald Trump,
Yeah!
All right. What?
Anthony Fauci,
Oh,
What?
Okay, here we go.
Joe Rogan,
What?
Doc.
myself, anybody,
What?
question it. If it's legitimate, it can stand up to questioning. So question things, and then think about them and contemplate them in your own time, and try and figure out what seems most likely to be true based on your own intuition and feel and conglomeration of fact. But no one in my inner circle talks to those people. I don't talk to those people. I don't have their numbers. I've never met them. And listen, I'm doing a darkness retreat later this week. I'm excited about it. I didn't realize how much it would take off.
Big.
But
Okay. Let me
Go
put
ahead.
can I wrap everything you just said up there? Just real
Yeah,
quickly,
please.
because it matters. Whenever you talk about questions, I think on Friday we said Aaron Rodgers Tuesday is going to happen. So everybody that watches our show heard us say it, and I'm not saying we're in the inner circle, but like you said that to us that we're going to do it. So like I think there was a lot of people that were questioning it immediately, but a lot of those people potentially don't watch our show. So then whenever Rappaport reports it on it, and by the way, we put him through a series of questioning. AJ, didn't we? AJ, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, he knows, but he was standing by his source, so I knew this might be tough.
Well, and shout out to his source who's not in the inner circle.
Nope.
That's a fucking tough Tuesday, whoever that person was. They thought they were in there. But when Ian Rappaport reported, been out. Didn't fucking know. Get out. But whenever you're talking about it being reported on the league's network on Super Bowl Sunday with all eyes on it, now you got like Jets fans' expectations, okay, this guy's answer's coming on Thursday or whatever. And then automatically there's expectations on you whenever it was a misreporting of a date that something was supposed to happen. So it seems so petty in theory. There's people that'll be like, Aaron's not happy that it was misrepresented. Well, that's because it became misexpectations from people about an answer on things, and it was being reported by the league, so it's like a super legit thing. So you become heel almost by doing what you were already planning to do for the last 4 months in that moment. Just to wrap that all up, I think that's why, for people that don't understand why you're a little bit passionate about that, like that's a real thing that was taking place on the internet. I saw it yesterday because Ian Rappaport said, and Ian Rappaport's a good friend of ours. We like Ian. Ian's this big. He's awesome.
Good guy.
He's good. He's been good for us. Now, he's done a lot of shit. I assume breaking news in your life. You have your own relationship with him. We like him. But whenever we said to him, are you sure he's going to be on Aaron Rodgers Tuesday? Well, maybe he delayed it. So then I saw Jets fans going, I don't want this fucking, oh no.
Not
My
the
pickleball
ace.
racket just fell on the ground there. Sorry about that. Anyways, so whenever it's like delayed, you got some people saying, I'm sick of dealing with this guy. Now I got to deal with a delayed this. Like it just all adds into.
And listen, that's my problem with the whole thing. I have no problem with Ian Rappaport, Schefter. I think they're really good at their jobs. When it comes to me, they don't know shit. They really don't. They don't have inner source. They don't have people in my inner circle who are sources. I can promise you that. And anybody who would talk to them is not in my inner circle. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So I've had this planned on the books for 4 months for the same time. And when someone like that goes on and says something that's not true, it creates a story that's bullshit. And it just keeps on going and going and going. And then it's like I'm trying to insert myself into this conversation. No, what did I say? And you and I talked, Pat, like we did the show last week. I said, it's, after the Super Bowl, I'm going to go on my darkness retreat. And then I'm probably going to have a better sense about where I'm at in my life. I didn't say I'm going to my darkness retreat just to figure out if I want to play next year or retire, right? So then that narrative got out there. So how many fucking narratives can come from one show where they didn't even actually listen to what I said or the intent or the tone? And again, nothing against Rappaport, but he doesn't have anybody who knows legitimately what's going on in my life.
Well, we apologize.
So to say something,
we apologize.
To say something Monday through Thursday I was supposed to be in there, that was never the plan. It hasn't been the plan for 4 months. So don't make shit up, okay? Like, I don't have your number. You're not going to have my number. You do a great job, but not when it comes to my life, so stop talking about me.
All right. I'm happy we're past it. Okay. We hate that we are a part of this negative vibe potentially coming into your life.
There's no negative vibe. It's Valentine's Day. It's all love.
Hey. And also the darkness retreat, too. Go ahead, AJ.
We're correcting a flaw in the system that is, let's be first instead of be right. When it comes to me, the majority of these people have not been right. They've tried to be first. So you paint a picture of a person a certain way, and it's I hate to have to do this over and over and over again to correct things. But when they say things like somebody at Athletes First said this about where he's going, not true. I just talked to Dave for the first time last week. Somebody, my source says he's going to darkness Monday through Thursday, not true. I'm sitting here today. It's Tuesday. Like, come on.
Pretty light.
Just stop with the reporting on me because you don't have the right sources and you don't have the truth.
Okay. AJ, go ahead, pal.
I know you've said on here you don't really mind, I guess, being looked at as a villain. And if people, say, mock or roll their eyes at certain things you do, like the darkness retreat, talking with the plant medicine and Mother God or whatever how you phrased it, does that make you almost double down? Does that make you stronger in your convictions, almost double down, just say, all right, you think I'm going 4 days, I'm going 8 now, buddy?
No, not really. I have a lot of love and empathy for all people. I'm fascinated by humanity and curious about a lot of individuals and what they're into and how they see the world. There was a time where I was judgmental of plant medicine and things like a darkness retreat or therapy or all these different things that kind of the conditioning that I grew up with made me see the world. So totally understand any of those thoughts. But ultimately, those are projections, and those have way more to do with the people making those statements than me. So it doesn't stick to me, it doesn't bother me. It just gives me more love and I think empathy for those people. I think we all could use a dose of turn our phone off once in a while and unplugging from society. Some people don't want to do a few days and nights in darkness. That's fine. But to just out and out judge it like you have any understanding of it, not exactly the way for us to come together as a society and connect better as people who come from all different walks of life and backgrounds and parts of the country and parts of the world. And we're all just trying to do our best on our journey. For me, this is the things that work for me. I've done many similar things to this. I haven't done this specific darkness retreat, but I've done many meditation retreats and yoga retreats and things that have stimulated my mind and helped me get in a better headspace and have a greater peace in my life. And I think that should be, it doesn't have to be championed, but it's closer to being champion, I think, than being just ripped apart and judged. I think is probably a better way to view it.
First wave, judgment, and then there was a second wave of people going should we be judging this guy on how he wants to find his own happiness? Life is hard enough for everybody. I mean, I know he has a lot of money, but I feel like there was a lot of support in the second wave of people that maybe don't have, the courage to do a darkness retreat, which I think is it's a high level of meditation, right? I mean, this is not Not that there's tiers of this, but I've learned a lot about this. I think the world has learned a lot about this since you brought it up. This darkness retreat, I've read into it. I've watched a couple of videos of people that have done it. Hey, this is a pretty, right? I mean, this is a pretty high level. Not a lot of people who are even into meditation can accomplish this, right? This is a big deal in the meditation world, I think.
Well, I mean, it's just wrapping your head around the silence and dealing with your thoughts and everything that comes with the isolation and the darkness. I mean,
there's no way I could do it. I texted you yesterday. I said, do you have a game plan going into this? Like, because I've been reading up on it as much as possible, and I'm not like judging you for. Hey, I got friends that do a lot of stuff to try to find happiness, and like, do whatever you got to do. I hope you enjoy your time on life. Whatever you need to find yourself, or if you need to want to try or learn something about yourself, do whatever you got to do. So I've never been judgmental. I've just always thought of myself in there, and I can't do it. Obviously, I'm not a human that would be able to accomplish that. Are you going in with a game plan? And after watching that guy do it on the internet, he said it was the greatest thing he's ever accomplished in his life. And he was a high ADD, high DHD guy like me. So it was like, I almost pivoted a little bit after watching that guy. I'm like, sensory overload is a real thing. Do you have a game plan? How much have you looked into it? Do you know what to expect? Have you seen where you're going to be in and everything like that?
Well, like most things, I really like to do a lot of research on them and try and get the whole picture before I kind of dive in or feel strongly about something. So I've talked to a lot of people who've done it. I've watched a lot of firsthand testimonials about it, and so I'm excited about it. And listen, it doesn't make anybody any better for the ability to do something like this. There's no hierarchy in my view of spirituality or meditation or mindfulness. It's we're all trying to do our best on the path that we're on. And the beauty in this retreat is there's an open door. So if at any time you're like, you know what, I can't take this shit anymore, like you walk out the door.
There's a light switch in there too, I think.
I believe there's some light switches too. So
it's like sitting right there. You're sleeping, I think. I don't know the exact one. I saw a couple different ones. You're sleeping, and there's with a light switch right here. Like temptation is sitting right over your head almost at all times. It's like, as I was watching our video, I'm like, oh, as soon as I wake up and I bump my foot into the bathtub, I'm like, all right, where the fuck? I'm turning on the light. You know what I mean? Like immediately.
And that's fine. And that's fine. Then you do it. It's literally, if you want to do that, then you do that.
Yeah,
I think that's the beauty in this.
Yeah, but it's dark.
Do you have to come out though then? Do they somehow, does an alarm go off and you
No,
failed?
you can come out, you can go back in if you want. I think the design is to sit in those tough moments.
Filming you?
In any adversity in life, I think a lot of the growth is, I don't know what AJ just said, it must have been pretty good.
Yeah. Are they filming you? Yeah, obviously.
They got to monitor you, man. Honestly, where's that footage go? I know you're very paranoid. Are you worried about that?
I'm not worried about the footage that's coming from this, buddy.
Okay.
4 days in there, it might get weird.
How many times are you going to say, I was born in the dark? You know what I mean? Like I'd probably get on. You're going to sing in there? You think about singing it?
Can't wait.
You're just taking whatever.
Just wait for the videos.
What is it, closed circuit? They have to keep an eye on you, I assume. That's probably a good call because anything could happen.
Yeah.
Two-way mirror.
Yeah, we'll definitely make some of the videos available to your crowd, to your audience.
Really?
You can hear all the singing and the interpretive dance and the animal noises and everything else.
Are you going to be doing a Wim Hof in there? Are you going to be doing that in there? A little yoga? I seen the guy that I was watching was doing downward dog a lot of stretching in there. Are you really filming this all?
Possibly.
Oh, shit. Okay. Because I think you would want to film it, right? Because the thoughts that you're going through, you maybe want to remember them and remind yourself of them and speak, right?
The toilet's right out in the open, though. Isn't the toilet right in the middle of the room?
It's in the middle of the room, yeah. Yes. That's some of the best footage, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, if you go in there with a heavy laxative, you can get, a lot of cleansing done, I think.
I'm excited, sir. So are you going in there, obviously you're thinking about football still, right? Football as a whole, life as a whole. What is like the overall thought? Is it for life? Is it for the football decision? Because obviously you said, I didn't say I was going in there and then I know exactly what I'm going to do, but I assume that's going to come up in conversation with yourself in there. Is there a plan of it, what you're going to, like for instance, I'm going to Hawaii next week or in a couple days.
Ew.
No big deal. Can't wait to get there.
Hell
Fucking throwing shakas all over the place over there. Fucking love ya. Hell yeah. Aloha. Hell yeah.
Much mana
oos. Hell yeah. I'm doing all. I can't wait to get out there. I have a plan. I plan on just staring at the ocean. I need light, but I'll stare at the ocean. I think the whales will come do their thing. I don't know if they're fucking or giving birth, but they will be there doing it. And I just stare out there and I have like a mind, like, all right, I need to think about this. I need to figure this out, and I need to figure this out. Not saying I'm doing them in order, but those are 3 topics that I'm kind of going out there, like trying to figure out as I get lost in there. Do you have that mindset as you're going in there, or is it just we'll kind of see where the brain goes whenever you get in?
I think it's more of a surrender to the whatever thoughts come through. I think part of it in some of my favorite meditations have been how can I slow the mind down? And as I slow the mind down, then really the desires of my heart can kind of come to mind. Anytime I've gone into a meditation retreat or a medicine ceremony or something with a clear intention, this is going to happen, I'm going to call this in and I'm going to do this and answer this question, it never happens like that. It just doesn't happen. I think the healing and the best medicine is going in, surrender to the process. Okay, I'm going to be here 4 days. I'm going to eat once a day. I'm going to rest and try and find the deepest amount of rest and relaxation. And when I do, then I'm trusting that the right messages and intuition will come through.
That's awesome. Well, good luck in there. Hey, good luck in there, dude.
Go get him, Aaron.
AQ has a question for you, Aaron.
Hey,
I
Aaron.
see AQ at the desk, man. That's big time, buddy.
That a baby AQ.
Moving up.
Hey,
moving up.
that baby AQ.
Hey, when you do, so with the plant medicine and also this darkness thing, is there a part of you, one, that ever gets scared that there could be negative effects coming out of this? And are you scared of anything?
Great questions. Great questions.
That a baby AQ.
Let's go, Al.
I think there's naturally some fear that comes up for any of this, fear of the unknown, but not really fear of the process. There's a lot of trust in the medicine space. I don't go into the medicine space blind at all. Like I go in with the highest quality maestros and maestras and the highest quality facilitation so that the experience can have the greatest chance to be a positive. There's, I think, fears that we always have to get through of the unknown, but the surrender, I believe, allows you to, whatever needs to come through can come through. When it comes to fears, I have 2 main ones just in life. One is heights. I've always been afraid of heights. And the other is sharks.
Sharks are scary.
Yeah.
Let's talk about heights. It's not really the height, right? It's the fall.
It's the urge to jump.
Yeah, why does that happen? Why do humans have that? Why? What is our problem?
I don't know. It's really weird, but it happens. And I've been on top of the Empire State Building when we came to New York in 2005 for the draft process. We came for a few days early, and we went to the Empire. Everybody was juiced on that, and I was terrified. One of the most terrified I've ever been in my life was we were in Detroit playing the Lions, and the night before we were staying at this hotel that's right on the water, and it has like a restaurant on the 72nd floor, and the elevator is on the outside of the building.
Oh, no way.
So after you get up about 5 floors, you're on the outside of the building, and literally like the ground is right down there. I mean, whole body sweats. Whole body.
Hey, that's good. That's hometown advantage right there.
Definitely.
Make sure the only hotel the team can stay in has a nightmare to get from floor to floor on the outside of it. That's have you ever skydived or anything like that?
No, I'd like to. I really would. I did Shark Week a few years ago. And
White
was in
male.
the water with
Makes sense.
a really big blue shark. It was like an 11-foot blue shark, and I actually touched it on its nose.
Is it one of those like drugged up ones, or is this out in the middle of the ocean?
No, this was a wild one. This was definitely a wild one.
Don't they? What do they do? They feed them a bunch of food beforehand, get them all like Thanksgiving dinnered.
Get them all doped up. Yeah, they're zombies.
Thanksgiving dinner, and then you go, oh, look at me, I'm riding a shark. And then it's like obviously a white person because it's Shark Week. Every 30 minutes, new group of white people hopping into shark-infested waters. We're watching, hoping one of them gets attacked. Inevitably, they don't, and then we move on to next Shark Week. Right? That's what Shark Week is.
Bingo.
Nailed
I
it.
think so. I think so.
It was always on during training camp. And I don't sleep well, let alone when I'm in like a dorm room. So I was watching just like 4 hours straight every night of Shark Week, and it was like, here we go. These are the guys that are gonna die. I think these are the guys that are gonna go out there. That's awesome. You're afraid of sharks?
Never happens, though. Huh? Never happens.
Nah,
They always make-
Poopy's got bit. Poopy's got a bad hand injury. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Go ahead, AJ.
Hey, quick question here. Speaking of fear, you're talking about all of this stuff at heights. What are we doing? What's going on? What do we keep shooting down in the sky? What's happening in America? I would assume you have an opinion on this situation.
Yeah, and you said something about the unknown there, and I immediately thought like, oh, the things are flying over Green Bay. I think. The unknown.
Well, there's been a lot of disclosure recently. There's a lot of old papers and files and different things about interactions that Navy pilots have had, especially Navy pilots, I believe, with unidentified flying objects. So this is not surprising. Obviously, there was some sort of Chinese spy balloon that was up in the air,
Lasers.
allegedly, and there's been a few other objects that have been shot down. I believe that this has been going on for a long time. Interesting timing on everything. There's a lot of other things going on in the world.
What?
Like what?
Well, you're saying you're saying, oh, looky here. Is that what you just said? Bang. That's what you said?
Could be some of that, yeah.
No, that doesn't happen.
Of course not.
Did you hear about Ohio, bro? Did you hear about Ohio, East Palestine?
What's going on now?
Dude.
They blew up that thing and the fish and everything died?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds like you know. Yeah, sounds like you've read up on it. Yeah, I don't know what blew up, how it blew up. It was on fire for I guess like 20 melays before it ended up derailing and go. There's some wild shit going on right now, Aaron.
Did you hear about the Epstein client list about to be released too?
Allegedly,
Yeah.
I assume we have to say because I'm getting sued by a guy that used to be a starting quarterback in which you were a backup quarterback. But what's that? What are you talking about?
There's some files that have some names on it that might be getting released pretty soon.
Oh.
Are you on there?
You know,
Look out, AJ.
Maxwell was the only person ever
Didn't
convicted of trafficking, and nobody who was involved in the trafficking ever went to jail. So nothing to see here.
No, nothing. Look, there's UFOs flying over. We just shot them down.
Johnny Depp trial.
Hey, that'll help.
What's that?
That'll do that whole thing. That's what you're saying, obviously. I'm excited to see how this whole thing.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now.
Hold on. Think about you. Okay. Let me do this real quick. I'll give a visual thing here. Can you go to the wide shot, please? Okay. So this thing isn't. Let me get these lights. So there's a chance. All right. Can you go to 0 on Zito? Can you go to 0 on Jim light? Here, whenever I do this, right? 3. Here's you, okay? You go into the darkness. You're into the darkness out here. See, you're probably gonna have to zoom out. Here you are, okay? Holy shit. Touching your toes, doing that whole thing, sleeping, bopping, probably. A lot of bopping. Probably a lot of bopping.
A lot of it.
4 days pass, okay? You come back out here. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, Aaron, we met our first 4 aliens.
Yes.
There was this happened. The Epstein list came out. Like, are you ready for that? Is that potentially what you're going to be thinking about while you're in the darkness? Like, what is going on in the real world right now? Because you're in a time where shit's happening that has never happened before. Have you thought about that at all, potentially changing your life?
I mean, that is an exciting thing to unplug for that long. And then
Craziest time to unplug, I think, I guess when COVID started.
Well, I don't
that would have been.
Every time in history, there's eras that are more exciting than others. Or there's a lot going on in the world. It's very unstable in many ways. It's unstable in the country, and there was a shooting right last night.
Yeah, sad.
Unfortunately, there's stuff going on in the skies. There's politics is an absolute. I mean, sham, but it's also a mess. So there's a lot going on, and my story and my darkness pales in comparison to what's going on in the world, and I enjoy that. In this little tiny world, that people have an interest in some of the things that I do. And
Dude, when you come out of that, I'm excited for the briefing that you get. Like, all right, here's the deal. We are in World War III. Okay? You cannot go back to Green Bay. All airspace has been shut down from here to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Malibu, you can't get there either. You're gonna have to walk. This is The Last of Us. I don't know if you've seen that before you got in. You're gonna have to walk it. Like, that would be just coming from like the most peaceful place of all time, the most enlightening place of all time. Oh, that was amazing. All right, let me come out of here. What's going on? Here's a helmet. Here's an AK. We are in war. Good luck out there. That is a wild.
I'm doing 4 days, and I know somebody that did 30. So that's a real thing. You come out after 30 days. It's like being in a coma. Like, what happened? What did I miss?
Hold on. 30? I didn't know that was even possible, because old cuz that I saw did 5 days. I saw an 8-day one. I didn't know there's a 30-day isolation go in the hole. That happens?
30.
That's hard time. Like,
Yeah.
people get that in jail. It's like, they're treating this guy cruel and unusual.
A month of prison.
And they're, oh my God.
But the guy in the what's the movie with Jamie Foxx and Butler? When he wanted to go in the hole, and then he got out and was still killing people?
Yeah, that was
Brain.
sick. Dude.
Excellent film.
Great movie.
How about that little robot thing, the little
With the turret on it,
on
and the
in
missile
the
in the
cemetery?
cemetery. Yeah.
Ooh, the robot turret, like in The Jackal, one of AJ's favorite movies with Richard Gere.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
Richard Gere
Have
is
I
his
seen
favorite.
that? Why do you bring up Richard Gere?
Because your
That's
best
your
I've
friend.
seen
favorite
that.
actor.
he's
very
one of your
famous
favorite
actor.
actors.
He's a great actor. What are you saying about him?
What else do you know about him, AJ?
That he's been a great actor for the last 5 decades, probably.
Where else has he been?
I don't know, all over the world. He's traveled the world because he's a superstar.
But why would Aaron just bring up a movie that had Richard Gere
Great
in it
question.
to you, you think? To you, mostly.
I have no. You think he doesn't understand his own brain? How's he going to understand what he's saying to me? Come on now. Let's get real.
Connor has a question for you, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron, before you go into the darkness, do you want to go over some of your favorite things, like, favorite color, favorite book, favorite vaccine, favorite movie, favorite, football team, maybe just kind of go through some of these things. So when you come out after the darkness, maybe we can see what has changed per se.
Smart. That's a good question.
Yeah,
Favorite
great idea.
song?
Great
Baseline
idea.
test.
All right.
Yeah. Gotta do a
Pre-darkness.
baseline.
Pre-darkness. Okay.
Pre-post. Yep.
Favorite band?
Hootie.
Favorite band?
Yeah.
Barbra Streisand. Does that count?
Okay. Barbara Streisand. All right. Favorite food?
Cauliflower.
Are you a vegan?
Really?
What?
Are you a vegan?
No,
What if he comes out? What if you come out
Could-
and you're a vegan?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
not gonna happen.
You never know.
I think there's a chance. Isn't that what we're going in there for? Like to have deep change? No?
To be a vegan? No.
No, not to be a vegan, but to have like super deep thoughts, right? Isn't that what you're kind of going there for? Do you think you're
No,
going
I'm
to have?
gonna eat. I like to eat animals, and that are taken care of very nicely and kindly and
Live a long life.
humanely.
Okay.
Yes.
Likes to eat animals.
Greener pasture chicken.
Okay. How many hours a night do you sleep roughly? You had to guess.
7.
7 hours. Are you on a like what Mark Wahlberg did? He wakes up 2:30.
Yep. Strict regimen.
Plays 18 holes, works out,
Prayer
plays 9
time.
holes, prays, wakes the kids up. You lazy fucks.
Yes.
I've already been up. I've already played 27 holes. What are you doing? Takes them to school, prays, eats breakfast, works out again, has pre-brunch with the wife.
Work meetings.
Boom. And then The Rock, like same thing. Up at 4, lifting for 4 hours, waking everybody else up in the house.
Ooze
then
time.
doing his whole, thinking of a new product that he can sell and make $1 billion. Are you one of those very regimented humans?
No, I mean AJ tried to get me on the the Russell Wilson plan that he heard when he talked to Russ a few years back.
God's plan.
About like it was like up at was it 4:30 or 5 I think. This is when he was still playing, and like he was watching the film, before you woke up. You got on the Versa and woke up Laura and kids and stuff. But I like. Listen, I want to wake up with a 6 on the clock and go to bed with 11 on the clock.
Okay, so we are a little regimented.
11, bro.
Oh, let's make a wish. I wish you success in the darkness. All right. Good luck out there, man.
Thanks, bro. Where's Foxy? What's he doing?
Foxy, so we
Did
weren't
he get fired finally?
No. Foxy will never get fired. Foxy knows that. Well, wait. Could. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 10 years? You know what I mean?
True.
Hopefully, we'll always just be kumbaya, everybody in this building. That'd be sweet if we could just bottle it and be like this forever, but maybe not realistic. Foxy will never get fired, though. I will say that. He has that leverage over me for now. But we weren't going to have a show Tuesday. I wasn't leaving until tomorrow. You said, hey, let's do another Aaron Rodgers. I said, hell yeah, why not? You're going in the darkness, got nothing to do. Some of the boys here, some of the boys are not. No big deal. Just kept it moving. So Ty, he's out and about. Wait till you see Tone when he gets back.
Whole new tone.
Tone's going to be a whole new Tone when he comes back, I think.
Is he getting that lap band surgery?
He's doing a darkness retreat.
Tone, you look good.
You look great, Tony.
Tone, you look good.
That was fucked up.
What is Tone doing?
No, I don't want to. I'm not giving away.
You said he's doing a whole new. What did he get a nose job?
Just wait. You'll see. Maybe.
That'd be sweet.
Maybe he's doing
That'd be
those.
cool.
Wait till you see. You'll be a whole new guy. Foxy's going to get more handsome somehow. But it's going to be nice to check out, man. It is. Darkness retreat and then what? Immediately home?
Yeah, for a few days, and then a weekend trip, and then it'll be just about March, I guess, March 1st.
Hey, quick!
I
I
guess
got a few
gonna-
I have a few housekeeping questions before we might ask about the future of what you do in football. You got to go? Yeah. What do you have?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, and I'm serious here. You're going to think I'm joking. What if you have to take a leak? And how do you not piss all over the room? You got to reach down and find the toilet seat and rub it with your hands. Like honestly, that stuff, all those little things like that. Is that stuff you're supposed to work through? Have you talked to people in the past about this?
How do you piss?
Before you turn the lights off, you get a good mental image of the room, and make sure you know where the pisser is and where the bathtub is, and where the food comes in, and
Do they limit your water use at all?
not to my knowledge, no.
Yeah, you have a good recall. I think that's a good deal.
Great
right?
recall.
That's good
Great
for
recall.
you going in.
Play.
What else? They're just brimming with questions about this.
No, more might pop up, but I'll let the boys go if they have stuff. I'm sure AQ has something else.
I think it's a bath in there too, right? Not a shower?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, is the water just always in it, or how do you know?
I think you just run the bath like a normal bath, and then drain it at the end.
What about poop? Are you taking a bath after every poop?
Possible, yeah.
Yeah, because that's a
Probably.
big part. Being able to see is a big part.
The only
of-
weird thing,
knowing.
though, is it not weird though to take a shit and then take a bath?
You got a
and know
bird-
You're kind of like you're sitting in.
No,
in
you
some
got to
shit
bird
bath.
bath it, dude. You got to do you got to go.
Like the bidet.
Yeah.
The bidet.
Yeah, I think you got to do one of those. Got a bird bath in there. Because it's going to be tough. You're just going to wipe until that thing's raw, I guess, because
So you're bleeding.
not
You're
going
not
to
gonna
be
be
able
able to see it. You're not gonna be able to see it. You know, you see the little red in the toilet paper, then you know you're done. You're not gonna see
By
that.
smell.
one meal a day, though. Maybe not that.
Less dumps.
Yeah, the
This
first
is-
first
Brings
dump's the
us back.
toughest one, I think. The first dump's going to be the toughest one, both because you're getting used to it, and it's the real dump from pre-darkness food as opposed to the darkness food.
That toilet paper's got to suck too.
Yeah, but no, it's going to get no. It's probably really. That's probably triple ply, I assume. They probably got some real.
Some leaves.
They got some real tender.
It's probably single, to be honest.
Boom.
Really.
It's probably single.
Bring wet wipes.
Well, let's stack that thing up. Make sure you're 4 or 5 deep because you don't want to be
Exactly.
because then you got poop on your fingernail.
And then
Poop on your fingernail, and we don't need that because then that's a whole. AQ has a question for you. I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise.
You said you do all the research on this. Okay, so whenever you come out of this, how long does it take your eyes to readjust to the world?
It takes a few hours usually. It's different for everybody, but it takes a few hours for sure. There's some integration afterwards with the people that
Host.
run the retreat center. So you're really easing back. You're not turn your phone back on, go right back in the real world. It's probably 8 to 10 hours of kind of readjusting back to the light. Your eyes takes, for most people, it's about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, so you're 104 hours if you count that 8-hour post game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so obviously, right? I think that does the math.
Yeah, that
4
adds up.
times
24,
96, 8, 104 hours. I'm excited to see what you come out like on the other side of that. We appreciate the hell out of you this season, man. It has been a blast this year. Obviously, much different than the past 2 years. You showed up every single week, sat in the pocket when a lot of shit was being said about you. We appreciate the hell out of you, and we apologize for potentially being a platform that has got you into some stuff. Most specifically, darkness retreat conversations of dates and times and things like that. But we love and appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Listen, I appreciate you guys so much, and even the boys that aren't here. It's been fun every single week. It's a great opportunity to share my thoughts on Tuesdays before the Wednesdays come around during the season, and I really enjoy it. I think we've created a interview style that other people are trying to copy, and I think that's a lot to be said for that. Because there's some rawness to it. It's not the bullshit, the robotic, same standardization of answers that people do. And you've seen some other people probably try and do some similar stuff, which I think is the greatest compliment that they can give us, right? So kudos to you, Pat, to everything that you do, the way you take care of your boys. Obviously, I love my brother, AJ. And he says so much shit that is literally an inside joke that 99.9% of the people have no idea that he's hitting me in some triggering spots. But I appreciate the hell out of you, Age. And it's been a lot of fun. So I really do appreciate the opportunity. We've definitely got ourselves in some hot water. But I think we've always tried to speak honestly. And
we certainly have.
And I appreciate the opportunity to be on there every single week. Again, I have no animosity towards Ian or Adam or anybody trying to do their job, but I'm here to set the record straight when they fall a little short. And all I can say to those guys is, when it comes to me, just either ask me,
which impossible. They don't have their number. Yeah.
Or ask somebody who actually knows if you really, really need something. And if somebody tells you, they're probably not in the inner circle. So you can put that all together.
Shout out to that, whoever that was, just got dunked on for at the beginning of this thing and at the end of this thing.
Suck it.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, so are you saying, can we count on talking to you next year on Tuesdays on your off day when you're playing for the Packers?
Oh, great question, AJ.
Listen, I would love to continue with it. It's a lot of fun for me, regardless of what I decide to do. I would love to continue to talk to you guys in some capacity, but we'll kind of meet that bridge when we get there.
Hell yeah. That's a great way to get out of not answering that, because AJ did frame that pretty perfectly. Even added at the end for the Packers too. Even got those. Remember, Colts got a new offensive minded head coach. Whenever you go into darkness, the Jets already looking in. Obviously, when you go into darkness, Raiders obviously looking in. But Green Bay, hey, home sweet home. We can't thank you enough, Aaron. You're the fucking greatest, pal.
18 years, man.
It's a long time.
That's always going to be home.
Buying cigs and stuff.
A lot of cigs.
Lottery tickets and stuff.
What?
You know what I mean? 18 years is a long, long time in one place. Will you continue to play football? Will you play for the Packers? Will you go elsewhere? We will continue to ask as you go and experience the darkness retreat starting on Thursday. You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron.
Hey, hold on. That's not correct. It's not Thursday.
Okay.
Okay? So let's just not spread misinformation.
Okay, all right, sweet.
It's not Monday to Thursday. It's not starting Thursday. Okay?
Okay, Wednesday. Hey,
Yeah.
Not starting Wednesday either. This is an end of the week thing. So
Okay.
that's all I'm going to say about it.
Saturday, we're going in. Saturday. Friday.
Let's just not spread any more fake news, okay?
Okay, you got it. Got
Let's
it.
stay.
Sounds like Friday.
And again, hey, you have fun wherever you're going. I know where you're going, but I'm not going to put you on blast.
Thank you.
AJ, you get back to being a dad for once.
One time.
And everybody else, thank you guys. Connor, AQ, Ty, wherever you're at, Tone, all the boys in the back. Appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
We appreciate you. We love you, man. Good luck in there, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron